virtual Vikings game plan continues. It's Paul Allen. I do play-by-play for the Minnesota Vikings on KFAN. My analyst for more than 10 years, Pete Bercich, former Vikings player, really good at analyzing film. Watch this.
Let us finish up our tour of the NFC North with the Detroit Lion free agents. Now, Detroit has been the most active team by far in bringing in veteran free agents with 8 signings this offseason. A number of these guys play defense, and you may see up to 3 new veteran faces on this somewhat revamped Detroit Lion defense. Let's take a look at what the film tells us. The first of the free agents we're going to discuss is veteran linebacker Jamie Collins Sr. Very athletic, very strong, and very versatile linebacker. In this case, you'll see against the New York Jets, he's lined up on the outside, so he's playing the role of a defensive end. But what I like on this is he's going one-on-one with an offensive lineman. He gets locked up, and the offensive lineman is trying to turn him outside. But what he's able to do is turn the shoulders of that offensive lineman perpendicular to the line of scrimmage. And you notice he gets that full arm extension. By getting that extension, he's able to stop the progress of the offensive lineman and then be able to read, come off the block, and then make a tackle for a loss. So a very nice play on the outside. All right, in this case, you're going to see Collins again lined up on the outside. This is a 6-man rush that the Patriots have put together, so sort of an all-out blitz, meaning somebody is going to come free. Now, in this case, you're going to see Collins step up and then loop underneath. That guard is drawn to number 54, the linebacker. The center's one-on-one with the nose tackle. The tackle takes the outside linebacker. That leaves Collins free to come underneath and make the sack. Now, that's a schematic thing. He's unblocked. He should make it to the quarterback, but it shows you the versatility, the north-south type speed, and his ability to get to the quarterback and make a play. In this case, he's lined up right over the center, and then he steps up and penetrates in between the center and the guard, while at the same time, the outside linebacker is going to loop all the way back underneath. But what Collins does, very few D linemen do, and that means he penetrates. He gets to that shoulder of the guard, the shoulder number 65, and continues to work north and south and is able to come underneath and make the sack. So that's a very impressive blitz by Collins, showing you that vertical speed, getting up in there, getting in between those 2 offensive linemen, and as soon as that pressure is released, he comes off and makes the sack. So a very, very nice play. All right, the next defensive ad, the defensive lineman, Danny Shelton. But what he does is stuff the run. And in this first play, you're going to see him lined up just head up over this guard. And as this play goes to the right, he makes contact with the guard's helmet on the inside. So right now, he's reached. His hands are on the inside of the offensive lineman. The offensive lineman has his arms around him. That means Shelton is going to win this battle. So he's able to press him, turn, work across the face and continue down the line of scrimmage, and then makes a big impact tackle. Against the Washington Redskins, you'll see him in this case lined up just inside of the offensive tackle. This play is going to go to the left, and the offensive tackle is going to try to cut him. So this is technically an illegal block because the guard had his hand on him. So that's kind of a high-low, but he's able to fight off this high-low block, keep his feet, jump over the tackle, and then get downfield and then get in on the running back. So nice athleticism here, side to side, by Danny Shelton. Any big man that can move like this, a big man that's hard to bring to the ground, is going to add a lot in run defense. Again, against the Philadelphia Eagles, this is going to be an opportunity to see how well this guy can get north and south in a pass rush. So he's just outside the center. On the snap of the ball, he gets that right foot in the ground, right arm, clubs and pushes that center all the way across. Now, the center and guard both turn, but he stays north and south, and boom, gets to the quarterback, causes the fumble. The Patriots recover. So a huge play by Danny Shelton on that one, and that's him just showing his power getting north and south. Again, on the pass rush, this play, lined up, head up over the guard on the right side of your screen, gets north and south on the snap of the football, fighting off that double team. So he's eating up both the guard and the center, stays with it though, fights it, gets north and south, and then able to bring down the quarterback. So a good north-south threat, going to be tough to block in the running game, one-on-one up front. So I think Danny Shelton's another guy that's going to add a lot to this Detroit Lions defensive front. The next ad, Desmond Trufant, cornerback from the Atlanta Falcons. Now, Desmond Trufant Very, very smart player. You see him on top, rolled up against the wide receiver. And as soon as he sees the wide receiver turn back, he knows that that offensive lineman is coming out, that tight end is coming out to block him. When he's getting under that block, he knows he has to cut off the outside leg of that wide receiver. He does, tackles him, and brings him to the ground. So you don't expect, as an offense, to get a tackle for a loss on a play like that, but Trufant does a wonderful job on that play. Against the Philadelphia Eagles, you're going to see him lined up top, communicating with the rest of his defense. So as soon as the receiver comes underneath, you'll see the tight end going north and south. The tight end's trying to run that skinny post and get underneath him, but Trufant identifies it, and it's a nice job by the free safety and Trufant to squeeze it, come underneath, and almost intercept that ball. So great break. That's what you see out of this guy. He recognizes the routes. This is against Zach Ertz, a very, very good tight end, able to get underneath and bat those footballs down. Again, you'll see Trufant at the bottom of the screen. As the tight end comes up, he goes underneath. The receiver comes up and runs this skinny post again. Basically, really, this is a pass interference call. So this is a great example of him. As the receiver runs that post, he just gets his arms on him and slows him down. So probable pass interference should have been called here. But in this case, comes underneath, intercepts the football. So he got the receiver off of his route. He was gambling a little bit, but got away with it. The next play, you see him rolled up on the bottom of the screen, press coverage. This is where he gets himself in trouble. Does a nice job, jam the receiver. As he sees this slant route develop, though, he's going for that interception, but the ball is thrown perfectly, and then all of a sudden now he has space. So this ends up being a 30-plus yard reception on a simple slant route, but Trufant recognized it, came underneath, and he really wanted that interception but didn't get it. Finally, from the free agent segment, we've got one of my favorites, Halapulavati Vaitai, tackle and guard for the Philadelphia Eagles. You'll see Vaitai here on the right hand of your screen, operating in space, takes a great step, gets that hand on the defensive lineman, gets upfield. He has 3 Dallas defenders in his sight. He's ready to take on each one. Well, all right. Let me be honest, this isn't really a great play. Couldn't find a lot of film. I just wanted to say his name. Halapulavati Vaitai. And I'm excited to say it twice a year now because he's with the Lions. Halapulavati Vaitai. Halapulavati. Everybody now. Halapulavati Vaitai. Halapulavati.